Yo, 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 yo. Let me tell you something. It is Monday. Somewhere, anywhere. Stop hating on samples. I'm going to take you on a journey today with episode 1. Sample That podcast. I got to educate some of y'all because it seems to me that there are quite a few people, especially in the modern generation, that are ignorant to the fact that sampling is part of the culture. Not only is it part of the culture, it is foundational for the culture. Okay? Because this is how you pass on the DNA of one music to another. This is how you keep one sound alive and create a new sound. Evolution. Aren't you the evolution of your parents? Aren't you just a sample of your mom and dad that was used to create somebody new, something new? Most of your favorite songs are samples. And I'm going to show you some new songs. I'm going to show you some old songs. I'm going to have to educate and put you on. Remember, folks, sampling is the foundational preservation of music to carry it on to the next generation. We're going to start first with Apache by the Incredible Bongo Band. Why this song? First of all, it's one of the first samples. Second, it's one of the most popular and historically significant, right? So, with that being said, some of the first breakdance battles, you had Apache as the soundtrack, basically. Grandmaster Flash from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. He used this record too in one of his first mixes and at one of the first major hip hop parties in the Bronx. So with that being said, let's go. This is Apache. And you probably recognize several elements from this. Right? So, let's see. What would have the DJ do? Probably something like this. Let's see. Right? Starting off like that. Transitioning in. So now, you're asking, okay, who sampled that? First and foremost, one of the most famous samples, right? Apache was remixed shortly after, sampled by the Sugar Hill Gang for a song called Apache Jump On It, which a lot of y'all probably remember from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the episode where him and Carlton get their dance on, right? So Apache. Hey! Y'all gonna hear it. Right? Everybody probably doing the dance right now. Dun, 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 jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. So, that's just one. Let's go to something more recent. Nas, Made You Look. Yes, it samples Apache. Let's take a look at that. So, if you notice, Apache was slowed down, chopped up. Other elements were added to it. You could see that the producer messed with the pitch a little bit. It's a sample. But because of it, Apache has now been carried into 2 or 3 generations now. And we're not even going to go into all the songs that sample. We're going to go to our next sample. So, our next sample that we're going to go ahead and take a look at. I love this one because all of y'all pretty much know this, but you ain't know it was this. Y'all had no idea. It's by a group called Switch. From the 70s. The song is called I Call Your Name. But you're probably going to recognize this from several popular songs. One's pretty recent and another's a classic that you all going to nod your head just when you hear the sample because you're going to think about that song. So let's go. Shout out to this coffee, man.
I used to think about immature things.
Yeah. I used to think about immature things.
Do you love me? Do you want me?
So,
are you gonna call me like you said
tell me
you
I don't recognize where this
really
came from. Come on now. Y'all know y'all want to throw some D's on
I'm a man now, baby. A grown man. And I can't.
Right? So, before we go to the most obvious song that sampled that, let's go to the one that's popular right now. Caesar, featuring Kendrick Lamar, 30 for 30, samples I Call Your Name by Switch.
I used to think about immature things. You know, like, do you love me? Do you want me? Are you gonna call me like you said you would?
Alright, let's forward a little bit.
When I'm down in front of these niggas, that's the way I like it. I'm 30 for 30, I'm 30 for 30, I'm 30 for 30, I'm 30 for 30.
Chat, should they fold that bitch no yoga mat? Chat, should they dare that nigga don't hit me back?
Alright. And then of course, the obvious one. And y'all were waiting for me to throw this one on anyway.
The real phone number.
Yeah. New money. Oh, my bad. Get money.
New money.
New money. Okay. Hey, y'all. Rich boy.
Selling it. All them haters wanna check. Tight, no slick. Just bought a Cadillac. Throw some D's on that.
Man, shout out to that whole era, man. If you were waking up to go to high school or college in 2006, you know that song, that video was on MTV. It was on BET every morning. Good times. Great vibes. For me, it was college. For some of y'all, it was high school. For some of y'all, it was childhood. And for some of y'all, you weren't even born yet, right? So, we're going to move on to the next one. This one is special because the thing about this sample, people sampled the song that sampled the song. All right. And you're going to see what I mean about that. In 2007, one of the biggest songs that we all were jamming to was Calabria 2007. But before we go into Calabria 2007, we got to find out where that even came from. Because a lot of y'all don't even know that that was a sample in the first place. Y'all just assume off bat it's Honor and Natasha. But no. 92, Crystal Waters, Alex Guardino, Destination Calabria. Let's hear that.
Destination unknown, known, 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 known.
Right?
My job, my boss, my car, and my home.
And you know, maybe that version wasn't as big as Calabria 2007 because you couldn't escape Calabria 2007. I don't care who you are. If you were in your 20s or early 30s in 2007, 2008, you were clubbing every week and every week. especially if you was in any of the major cities in America. So, with that being said, to refresh the memory of maybe some of the youngins that don't remember the song too much.
Easy now, no need to go down. Easy now, no need to go down. Rock that run, that this how we frown. Easy now, no need to go down. Easy now, no need to go down. Rock that run, that this how we
Y'all
frown.
remember? They had the apple bottom jeans. They had the boots with the fur, right? But here's where it gets crazier. Around the same time, the song gets sampled again. This time by Pitbull, Lil Jon. A lot of y'all remember this one too.
Everybody knows this right here.
And it got sinister though.
Take it back, take it back, take it back, take it back.
Because there's two samples in this. And I'm gonna show y'all that in a minute. Right? So, with that being said, it got sinister though. Because within the anthem by Pitbull and Lil Jon, you got more than one sample. You got two samples. So y'all know that part? The Mami a Negro. So, Pitbull more than likely asked Lil Jon to sample that because of this version of Mami el Negro by DJ Laz. This is also a sample of even older sample that I'll get to in a minute.
Un americano que no sepa hablar español, tiene que estar loco. No.
So, in the 90s, DJ Laz had this version. So you had the Miami bass. But ultimately, even that, which you could hear the sample, the original sample there. So, first and foremost, I want to give a rest in peace to Ruby Perez that recently passed away due to an unfortunate accident in a nightclub in the Dominican Republic. Right? He's the writer of the original sample, El Africano, by Wilfredo Vargas, right? Now, if Wilfredo is the writer and Ruby's the performer, please correct me in the comments. This is from the 80s. I was a baby. But let's hear this. This is El Africano, which is the original source of where you get Mami el Negro, right? Peep game, people. My bad. You know, I'm Dominican, so, you know, when that music started hitting, I almost started hitting y'all with the dance moves. So, right there, y'all just see how complex it can get. So, we're gonna keep it modern, right? We're gonna go to another song that I'm pretty sure y'all gonna recognize, something very special to me, especially if you are a fan of 80s soul and if you are a fan of the movie The Wood. In The Wood, there's a slow dance scene to Luther Vandross' If This World Were Mine. It's actually a very famous sample of a very famous song that's out right now. But first we're going to hear the Luther version. Your favorite song is a sample, people.
If this world were mine, I would place at your feet all that I own.
Right? But a lot of y'all know it from Kendrick Lamar. featuring Caesar. Luther.
Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I take your dreams and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I take your enemies in front of God. Introduce them to that light, hit them strictly with that fire.
Come on, man. Stop playing with me. It's a sample. Stop hating on samples. Samples are very, very, very much crucial to the culture. So, this next one, it's going to be a lot of fun. It is. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's another severely historical sample, right? In fact, we wouldn't have a gang of songs, and maybe we wouldn't even have freestyle music if it wasn't for this simple sample. What's that, you ask? Trans Euro Express by Kraftwerk. Peep game, y'all. Let me forward a little bit. Y'all ready? Oh, you ain't know that was a sample, huh? Y'all ain't know that was a sample. Y'all ain't know that was a sample. Yes, the infamous Planet Rock is a sample. Who would have thought? Who would have guessed it?
Party people,
Feel the funk, baby.
So silent folks, can yo get funky? The Zulu Nation, can yo get funky?
And then I'm gonna take down the rabbit hole about Planet Rock.
Just taste the funk and hit me. Just get on down and hit me. That bot just getting so funky and hit me. Yeah, just hit me. Touch the taste of love life.
Y'all hear that? Trans Euro Express. Where else do we start to find? There's a paper trail of this, right? So another very popular one that sampled Planet Rock, that sampled Trans Euro Express around the same time too. But let's go a little more modern with it now, though. To a lot of you youngins, you probably most recently remember that Planet Rock sample from this. Right? City Girls, Circulator.
Time for the circulator. I'm shape what my mama gave me. It's time for the circulator. E-I-T-Y with. When I do my dance, money fight this, doing bands. JC, I ain't playing. Look, I don't want your man.
Right? Rabbit hole. Because another thing that started to happen because of Planet Rock, you had a whole style of music coming from that, right? Freestyle music. We got beautiful classics like Little Susie, Take Me in Your Arms because of Planet Rock.
With your love so sweet.
Stop hating on samples, people. Like, it just goes on and on and on and on, right? We're gonna do one of my favorite ones. Feel the funk. Yeah. I got news for you. If you're a Notorious B.I.G. fan, if you like It Was All a Dream, it's a sample.
You know very well
M-Tune,
what you
Juicy
are.
Fruit.
You're my sugar thing,
Don't Stop,
my chocolate star.
Bad Boy.
I've had a few, but not that many. But
Come on.
that gives me good and plenty.
Fuck all you hoes. Get a grip, motherfucker. Yeah. It was all a dream.
Come on.
I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Marley Marl. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo.
And it ain't just rap. Come on now. If you are a female, 35 and up, I guarantee when I play this, you're singing along because this was your jam. And don't lie, because you capping. You are fibbing.
You need to get it, feet don't wanna love you the right way. He ain't
Sample.
It ain't where he's at, it's where he wanna be. Location. Make him stay home late at night, but if he wanna go, he'll be gone.
Make sure y'all go and support all the music that we've been playing tonight. Go to your iTunes, go to your Spotify, whatever you use, put in some music and support that. All of it's fire. Right? Man, it don't stop. What else? What else we got going on here? Something modern again, right? A little more modern. A little more recent. How many of y'all are Glorilla fans, right? Y'all like that song, Yeah, Glow, right? Let's hear that. I got news for you. It's a sample. And the thing is, it's a pretty recent sample. We're talking about early 2000s, St. Louis crunk. Shout out my boy Daft. So, group called The Bangers. This is called Run Up, Get Done Up. This is where you get that get 'em glow.
Run up, get done up. Run up, get done up. Run up, get done up.
It's a sample, people.
If we beefin', I got you. If we beefin', I got you. If we beefin', I got you. If through, not talking about me, but with the two in the groove. Man, you niggas are funny. That's why I play you like dummy.
And it just don't stop. It just goes on and on and on and on. But you know what though? That's all the time we have for today. I appreciate y'all. I really do. And you know, I left this sign up here so y'all understand that this is hip hop culture. It's hip hop culture, people. Respect the game. And I'll see you next time on another episode. Sample that.